Okay, I want to say how you guys doing and welcome to another video. Okay, this is another raw, rough video at home. Okay, I'm doing some working out, and it's going to be a very simple video. Okay, I'll either work out in this room or the bedroom. I usually work in this big room because it's like the most space I've got to work with. Close that door. Um, Uh, I've uploaded in the past, many a time I've uploaded videos on basic martial arts training on different channels, so much stuff over the years, since 2008. Okay, since 2008 I've been uploading, it must be in the thousands, not hundreds, it must be thousands of videos uh, related to martial arts. And if you're talking about time, some of my videos may be 2 minutes long. It's very normal for my videos to go over an hour in length sometimes. So you get 10-minute videos, you get hour-long videos. I've done videos covering basics in various different kung fu systems, karate, kickboxing, just the stuff I've trained in the past in my life, Wing Chun Kung Fu, 5 animals, then going into detail like into tiger or crane, weapons training, bow staff, sword, that's this broadsword, Chinese martial arts mainly, basics in some basic Tai Chi and Bagua training, Yung Chun, which is Wing Chun, Yung Chun, Long Fist, which is Chung Chuan, so some basics. You've got a lot of different training that you'll see in various videos that I've done over the years. But I'm not like an expert in any one style. I've trained since I was 12 years old. I've trained under different teachers back in the UK where I come from, and here in China also. And I've been living in China, as I say, for many years now. In this video, it's actually 2020 in this year. In this video, the year is 2020, and I've been here for almost 14 years. Working as a teacher. I've been doing a lot of teaching work. English as a second language in colleges and universities mainly, and I'm married, my wife's Chinese, I speak Chinese every day at home, so my life's very different to a lot of people. You see me making rap music. I'm not black or anything, but I like to make a lot of rap. I like a lot of rappers and stuff out there, but I'm not great at it, but I'm inspired by a lot of different cultures, different things. I love the martial arts of China, I love the philosophy of China. I love the philosophy of Chinese martial arts and some of the ancient wisdom, and Japanese martial arts too. My whole life is guided by nature and truth, I would say. It's very hard for me because I don't know if I would call myself a Taoist or a Taoist, okay? Because I follow a philosophy, basically, the way I've realised this for many years now, of the Tao, basically. Sometimes it's called the Tao, the Tao. If you know a book called the Tao Te Ching, okay, Tao Te Ching, sometimes pronounced the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, but it's Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, okay, an old Chinese philosopher, an ancient Chinese philosopher, got nothing to do with Kongzi, okay, that's Confucius. No. Lao Tzu is different. He's talking about the philosophy of the Tao, basically, D-A-O, Tao, okay, which is talking about yin and yang, the two opposing forces. You say yin and yang, okay, yin yang. The two, if you know the symbol, you'll know what I'm talking about. The black and the white. Sometimes they say it looks like two fish swimming around, but it's like a constant flow. It's like a black and white circle with a line down the middle. You must have seen it with two spots on either side. So it shows there's a bit of dark in the light and there's a bit of light in the dark. And we're talking about how the opposites of everything flow there's always opposites to everything in life. There's always two sides to everything. We can say always against each other, but always for each other, because without the opposite, you would not have the other side. There would be no darkness without light. There'd be no light without darkness. Happiness, sadness, strength, weakness, love, hate, beauty, ugly, fast, slow, tall, short, hot, cold, all that, male and female. Exactly, all this stuff, okay. So, sound, noise, silence, all this, okay. Hard and soft, and the emphasis of, especially when you're talking about Tai Chi, for example, okay, Tai Chi, okay, you're talking basically about the philosophy of the embodiment of yin and yang, basically, which is, in short, the Tao. And the Tao is basically talking about not just some mystical philosophy. It's not a religion, by the way, too. It's not, supposedly it's not, classed as a religion. Okay? It's not about a God or anything. Whether there's a God or not, I don't know myself, okay? I don't know myself, let alone know God. My brain's too primitive to know, even if God was to come down here, as far as I see it, even if God was to come down and say, look man, I'm God, it's like, I would say, look, to be so humble and truly honourable to God, I would say, my interpretation of what I'm seeing, hearing, thinking I'm experiencing, and my interpretation of your words, either written or said to me by you, and all this nature around me, this experience is so great and so amazing that I do not deny the existence of what could be, but it's like it's a true connection where I say, I am so primitive and so simple as a human being, I can't trust that I'm not having a delusion here. As in, to truly know of God's creations, I need to me it says how I feel, honestly, I need to be totally honest with him, and first to be honest with myself and honest with God, I would say that to know you, I'd have to know the true you. To know you, I'd have to truly know the creation. So to be so humble, like to be not humble, to be totally having ego, I'd say, to look around me and say, yeah, I know what this is. He's created this, and this is simple me, is simple, like I'm like a bug, I'm nothing compared to God. To actually say that I have the ability to receive, which I may have been given by God, but it's like to say that I know that I'm working it, reading it, and therefore learning it the right way and experiencing it through my senses, learning and experiencing. My experience is somehow being steered by a kind of ego where I'm telling myself I know and I have the ability 100% to know that this experience, the way it's there, but I'm experiencing it a different way. You see, that just seems dishonest to God. You see what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to say. It's just like that's how honest I am with myself and God at the same time. I don't know if I would ever be able to see Him, know Him, until I'm not going to be Him. I don't have His same ability. Then you say God made people in His image. You say, it's not a religious video, by the way. But I say God says, okay, He made people in His image. He's given us the power and the will. You've got to find it, whatever, and He's trying to teach us. Yeah. But do you see what I'm saying? You've got this simple way of looking for honesty or not in the world, and then you've got the deeper, like the true, actual understanding. Yeah, not what you are is what you are. So He might have made you in His image, but like, did He make you, actually as Him? No, you don't have the same ability, the same power as Him. You don't have that. So, I don't anyway. I don't know how you go. Other people might be able to, but maybe I'm inferior. So whatever He chooses to send me to hell or send me to the next whatever planet's in another dimension, that'll be up to Him. I totally accept it. I'm totally grateful for it. I'm very grateful for the experience that I'm experiencing around me, which I believe is life, and the lessons that whatever is here. I'm so grateful to Him for this life. Him or her or it or whatever you want to call it, this thing that created, I won't say the universe, because what's outside of that? People talking about the Big Bang and all that, what the heck are you talking about? Like what before that then? And people talking about Armageddon, the end of the earth, doomsday, you've got these doomsday shelters and stuff where people go, where are you going to go? What are you talking about? The whole world gets blown up, where are you going to go? You're going to hide under the ground? There's no ground to hide under, you're obliterated into the fucking galaxy. Let's get back to what I'm saying, man. So I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, if there's a God, I can't be so ignorant and say like to Him, say to myself, tell myself, I know what it's all about. I know Him, I know Him like He wants me to know Him. I know the world that He wants me to know. Because I may not be seeing that which is truly there myself. Maybe I have been given the ability by Him, but I'm not using the vehicle right. Do you believe that? There's people out there that are religious that believe that we all have this ability, but there's a difference where you've got the believers and then you've got the ignorant ones. Where the ignorant ones, they're just using this vehicle, this vessel, this body to do things the wrong way, so they're learning and they're receiving the wrong way, and that's why they're not able to get it, right? So I'm saying the exact same thing, as though I was a believer. I'm not denying the existence, but I'm not going to base my knowledge on what I believe. Like I have, and I'm seeing through the way that He wants me to see. You're seeing things through your way, and trying to say, oh, that's what He wants me to see through that way, and I'm receiving this, so that's the truth. That's like you are playing the role of the rose-tinted glasses for God. That, oh yeah, this is what He wants you. This is what He's seeing. I know His vision in my simple human brain. So I'm just gonna trust Him, follow that, and and it's like saying, oh, I'm just gonna be a good person. You're not actually following the true things. It's like you end up like following your own ego more. So, as I said, the Shaolin Temple, the Shaolin Temple monks, they are Buddhist. They believe in Buddhism, Buddhism, right? They believe in that, and they believe there's a God. But for me, I don't know. I can't put myself in that ego type position where I know firsthand I haven't seen God face to face, but everything that I have experienced, I don't know if I have the capacity as me as a simple human being, or have the way that I'm using this right to actually see and know that. And if He exists or not, then what? There's so much there, so much questions wise. You're just going to be like following at that, or what? So God says kill, you kill. God says you can't whatever. You can't do this, so you don't do this. It's just an obeying thing, isn't it? You say honourable, respect, loving, and you're grateful for life. But then there's so many people that don't seem grateful for life because they're trying to live their life just so they can get to heaven. So are you at all grateful for this life? I see it as a gift. Some people see it as a test, only that, as a bridge to heaven or hell, or whatever. But then you see it and you say, are you not even grateful for this test? How much pain and suffering do you have too? I mean, there's some good stuff in it too. And do you believe life's only about suffering? Some people say that. I mean, even the Shaolin, I've heard monks saying that as well. Some Buddhists say that life is full of suffering. It's all about suffering and overcoming. Yeah, you could say it's a bridge and a testing path for you. But at the same time, for me, it's more like it's a wonderful experience. I can't see it. I can't see life like that's to hell. Like the ancient samurai of ancient Japan, the samurais, when they used to go into battle and they used to expect to die, like a lot of modern soldiers probably do too. They expect to die, and it's nothing for them. They're ready to give their life up. They draw their sword. They expect to taste blood. They expect, They expect to die or kill. And to me, that's a very wasteful way of life. You might be brave, but you might say you're not afraid of getting punched in the nose in a ring fight or a street fight because you've had your nose broken a million times, you've been stabbed, and you've got all these war stories. But to me, I don't think that's it. Or these stunt people or people that do crazy things and film themselves climbing up buildings and stuff. Look, whatever. You've got to take a few chances, take a few dares in life. But I think risks. I think that it's silly really to put your life in danger. Do whatever you want. You can climb mountains, deep sea dive. There's a lot of things you can do, but you want to stay alive, right? You want to be wise. You feel better if you overcome certain things. They may not even be as dangerous as that, but they could have been very dangerous though. You feel better to have overcome it, rather than actually put yourself, throw your life away like that, you know what I mean? Or throw your body into harm's way like that. Martial arts teaches you to be wise. And the ultimate thing, whether there's a God or not, nature, which if you say God created or not, however you want to say it, all of nature is the beautiful, natural, best, perfect way to follow, right? So the people out there that are religious and they believe nature and reality and everything's basically created by God, whether it's created by God or whether it's created by a Big Bang omelette, whatever you want to say, whatever, man. Reality is the truth and it's nature. Now, the concept of yin and yang is basically talking about how the natural elements work with and together and for each other, whether it's against or whatever. But you've got these two sides to everything, which you can't deny: hot, cold, tall, short, all that. So yin and yang being the two things. That's what the Tao is. You can't explain. You've got to read this book, okay? The Tao Te Ching. Okay, this book talks about the nature of everything and how it works. Not as in from a human point of view. It's got nothing to do with human beings or the writer of the book. It's got nothing to do with It's got nothing to do with like some kind of human psychology take on it, culture, tradition. No, really. It might be said a certain way, all the sentences and phrases for your life, but it's not just some poetic, philosophical nonsense. This is talking about reality that's here. It's how things work, front, back. What, you telling me there's no front and back? There isn't if you look that way. So, and you've got there is and there isn't. So there always is and there isn't. Everything is nothing, nothing is everything. You've got to have something, you've got something as opposed to nothing. You see, up, down, whatever, you know, in, out, big, small. You see all that, yeah? That's the, say the other thing, so yin and yang in everything. Okay, so, the philosophies of the yin and yang can be found, the embodiment, they say, in certain exercises and things we do, such as, like, so you've got, like, Chinese martial arts, a lot of deep philosophy there. The elements are found in the Shaolin arts as well, but they're also found in, especially, like, in the internal, like, Wudang, for example, they do a lot of Taiji there, Xingyi Quan, Bagua, Jiao, Bagua, and Taiji. Okay, there's the three main internal systems: Taiji, Bagua, and Xingyi. The three different main internal systems. But they, in Taiji especially, they're always talking about yin and yang. Okay, they've got the I say concept of yin and yang, but I mean the whole the embodiment of it in the physical. So you could be doing it. You could be cooking. You could be making music, language, just everything in nature. We're just doing arts, like the same as human beings make language. You could be a worker. It's in the way of life. That's why we say Kung Fu is in everything. Like Jackie Chan once said, it's like it is everything. It's in everything, so it is everything. So you are what you eat. So you speak what you've heard from what you've read around you. It's like regurgitate, what's the word? Recycled, and this, So basically, that's what it basically is. Okay. If you hang around there for me, I'm going to just get a wire from my phone. Hold on 1 second. Just hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, good. Got this wire here. I want to plug the phone in because there's not much power left on it, and I don't want the video to cut out. Really, sorry if it does cut out. I'll have to edit this shit. But I do speak my own mind. I'm a human being like anybody, so I'll joke around. I might swear sometimes and all this. I'm not perfect myself, but it's like, I'm not the strongest person physically or the bravest or this or that. But it's about being honest. The power in life is honesty. Having a question or you don't know the answer to, and there's always things you don't know, And that's what the power is. Whatever's true in life. So it's not about money and that. It's about your mind first and foremost. And health, healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy life, and in dealings with everything healthily. Not there's a perfect way to build the house. No, it's just like you're just working with everything. You're doing things in accordance with that. You're making that situation work for you in a certain way that you can within the situation, within that circumstance. Circumstances and situations. So the truth is the power. You go around every day lying to yourself, even a little bit. That's not good for you. It's like a little bit of poison, a tiny bit of germs in your glass of water. You can't drink it. Why would you lie to yourself? You're totally believing in yourself, confident and focused. And in life, you go around and you lie to yourself, you lie to others, and you're living a false way because you're not confident enough to be honest and kind, and that because you think if you're nice, positive, you will become a walkover. People will think you're a walkover. You always say the truth. That you're like a child. You're easily manipulated. That's what they see it as, and the enemy is already lost when they think they've already won. So they see that as a power. They're always looking for the weakness that they can exploit. They're a seeker of weakness. What do you think? What kind of fucking person is that? The seeker of fakeness. Seeker of things that they can conquer. They're seeking things that they can control. They're not seeking challenges. I'm not saying seek hardship or negativity. I'm just saying they're always seeking for the things that are easy. These are the people who are supposed to be so tough, but they're trying to seek people that they can manipulate like you. They're trying to look for followers. They're not trying to really raise above and do better. So you don't need to be the toughest person or even, confident like they seem to be. It's like you just need to be open-minded and a receiver of learning and development in the physical and the mind, and taking your steps on your path in climbing your mountain or mountains in your life. And the truth is always it. The honesty. truth is something you can work with. You know, the fake things are not true. The opposite of honesty, the untrue, the things that aren't real. The opposite to reality is things you can't work with. You can't use fake money. You can't use the opposite of time, the opposite of health, which is ultimately sickness. The more of that you have, the closer to death you are. The more healthy you are, of course you can be more happy, more healthy you are, the more strong you are. You give yourself challenges, you push yourself through the death, through the dark tunnel to get to the end. You bring yourself into stronger times, better than you were yesterday, like saving up money. You hurry up about it, you save more time, and you make your life longer. This is what it is, wisdom. So honesty and truth is the power. That's the one you can work with. You have to have it inside of yourself. Everything starts from yourself, the root of inside of yourself and what you do in life. You haven't got to impress someone. You haven't got to run 10 miles in a minute. You haven't got to spend all day in the gym every day. You haven't got to have the biggest muscles in the world. You haven't got to show off gunshot wounds to people and tell people how you was a drug addict for years, and then you overcome it one day by praying in front of a tiger and being calm while and praying he didn't eat you, or jumping into poisonous swamps and coming out alive, telling stories. Look at ego. You don't need to risk yourself and see yourself as just this thing in people's eyes, and it doesn't matter what happens to you. No, that's crazy. Right? You need to protect this one body. The more able you are, the better, but you need to have a calm mind. If you're talking in the classroom, you won't hear anything. Life is like a big classroom. Who's the teacher now? It doesn't matter who's the teacher, your mind is so when you're the receiver, you're the student of this beautiful life. That if you're listening to nature in life, by all means, if you're religious, then that means you're listening to what's been given by God, right? We're talking about truth ultimately. How much can a simple, humble human being learn? Quite a lot. You are basically, supposedly there to be able to receive all that is there. The pain, but also the pleasure. How to work with it. If you don't practice working with things the way they are, it's not going to happen. You can't just move your body any way you want to in the water. You've got to be able to work a certain way to be able to swim. Things have got to be made into a certain shape so that they can float on the water. Otherwise, in a different way, they might sink easily, or a boat will tip over. So, shaping the vessel. So you see, that's what we're talking about. When we talk about Tai Chi, for example, the flow. Talk about changing, turning the body, being able to have the flexibility and the physical to exercise. So your body's not just hard and rigid. You've got strength and softness. You're able to adapt, change position, flow, and be able to maintain a position too. There's a lot of exercises in martial arts where you have to keep the position for a long time. You must know like Qigong or yoga, Yu-Jia, for example, yoga, in Chinese, things like that, Qigong and things like that. You've got basic, you've got the breathing, but you've got the stance work, position. Who am I to talk? I'm not a master, I'm not like some big bodybuilding gym man either, you can see that, but I've been training my whole life doing martial arts since I was 12 years old, and I know what I know just within myself. It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair, it doesn't matter if you're blind. If you're alive, you're alive. It doesn't matter if you've got a lot of money or you used to have a lot of money, whatever it is, you're hitting that. It doesn't matter if you've got a lot of friends, it doesn't matter if you ended up in another part of the world like I have, but if you've got your mind focused and you respect this vessel, what you've got here, it's not ego, but like you really value this, because people talk about like someone looks at you the wrong way or someone says the wrong words or you hear some offensive language, all this stuff, and you go crazy. You get really upset and really angry about it, So that means if you've got that respect for yourself, that means you would take care of yourself and live better. You don't have to smoke and take drugs and drink or dress a certain way, looking like everybody else, trying to look flash and impress people. You don't have to. This is not a speech either. I'm not eradicated. It might seem like it is, but I'm just speaking some truth here. So I've been, told a lot of things most of my life. I should be doing things the way other people do, or I should be, I don't know what, the way they are, or I'm too quiet, or whatever it is, and easy going. At the end of the day, who's who to tell anyone? How successful are they in the fields, in your playing fields? You might be good at football and they're good at basketball. How good are they going to be at your game? Like you're no good at their game, they're not good at your game, the same thing. If you hold on 1 second, guys, hold on 1 second. Sorry, it's just a noise outside here, but you got your thing, It's like a bird flying into the water. and the fish say to him, "Oh, you can't swim very well. You need to blah 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 blah." That's bullshit, right? It's not real because it's totally different. Because the fish can't fly. This guy, I'm trying to say. So we've got to learn from. This is learning from nature, you see. So people need to learn from nature. Like, that's why we say we can learn from people around us, and you can see the mirror in life and learn from everything around us. We don't mean we can become it. Like you see yourself in someone, see someone in yourself. You see yourself everywhere. You know, where am I? You're lost, and you're right here, anyway. But the truth is, you're here, and you are the one, and you're here. And what it means is, all the nature is here. You are one with nature, and you are beautifully unique in yourself. You know, as you were created by whatever it was, the forces of nature or God or whatever it is that you were created. You know. Yeah, so I've been talking a lot in this video. Okay, so you know, this is what we're talking about. So the philosophy, the mind and the body are both, they're one in one. This is what you are. Whether you believe in a spirit or it's just a brain or whatever, it's a mind, spirit, a body. It's not. It's to work with. It's to work with. You know. So how can someone go through their life with no feeling? How can someone hear if it's not quiet? You need to be calm and peaceful in yourself. You have to save your energy. If you're always burning and using your energy, you're not going to have it. So how are you going to have money if you pay, if you just give it away always? How are you going to have time if you throw it away all the time? How are you going to have a body for anything if you always throw it away? You know what I'm trying to say? How are you going to have some more backup power in the mind if you're always burning and using your ideas up and chucking them out there and nothing new? It's like a company trying to advertise. So you're going to have this perfectness, this richness of the self and value in yourself and health. If you want to put it into the world, this might seem like theory. This might seem like I'm just speaking some bullshit because it sounds good. But the truth is, this stuff, if you don't see that, if you can't use that or work that a certain way in real life, I don't know what to say. Because you might reject all of this. But everything I've said is not my own opinion and what I'm saying over you or telling you how to do it. No, I'm saying to you, it's in you. You are unique. You could be totally against other people's views. You could be totally one way thinking about something and one track minded. But the thing is, you are literally in yourself. Whatever listening you do, as I say, you are what you eat. You know, whatever you do is exercise for the self. So you've got to always exercise in the mind and the body. Yeah, I'm not the most flexible person, and I'm not the most strongest person either. I'm not the best fighter, but you know, martial arts, as I say, I've been studying my whole life, and you know, yin and yang, the concepts of yin and yang, or the actual real thing that is the Tao thing. You know, it's in everything, and that's just in everything. So you can be in cooking, you could be in painting your house, and writing, calligraphy, writing. You know, they talk about that a lot. There's a lot of things in ancient Chinese philosophy and knowledge and wisdom, and not just Chinese, but I'm just saying because there's a lot of history there. You know, the elements and you know, medicine and the body and how it works and the elements. They talk about a lot of things, the stars and all that. You know, in the old history, there's a lot of stuff there. And then the elements of the nature too, and the animals and stuff that come through and all that. You know. There's a lot of different things you can study from nature. So you're studying science, that's what scientists are doing. They're studying from that, you know, quantum physics to the universe and all that. It's all studying what is and how we can work with it. And what's the fucking point is my question. You've got to realize to what extent, you know. Dogs aren't trying to study how to split the atom, you know what I'm trying to say? We hope. So the bitches can fall off. Right? These hounds just trying to be pound their ass into hell. And you've got birds and bats, the butterflies and the bees. You know, can you hear the grasshoppers? You know, are you farting between your knees? But I'm just saying, really, you've got to have a laugh on that. But listen, the truth is that we're here, and it's like, well, how can we use whatever we can to our advantage? And what the hell is advantage? You always want to go further than you are. People always want to go further than they are. You know, they always want to be stronger, they always want to be better, they always want to be more seen, more visible, they always want to be more something. So they actually become less. They are less than they are. They want to be happy, more happier. What does that make you now? You want to be more healthy, you must mean you're more sick. You want more strong, it means you're more weak, right? You want to be more, you know what I'm trying to say, more rich, it means you're more poor, right? So this can be seen as, like, what I'm saying is there's no negativity about what you are now. Everything else is just adding. The only way up, right? I mean, the only thing you can do more is like, do better for yourself. There's only more you can get for yourself. But you here right now are a success every day. You're lucky that you was born. If you see it that way, I mean, you're here. The true fact is you're here. And life is that. And then there's some people in the hospital now, or some people who have problems with their bodies and stuff, or people that are on their deathbeds, they're watching TV with a smile on their face. There's people in wheelchairs or with no legs and they're doing exercise. You know? And doing something, or writing, or reading a book and thinking. You're exercising the human being. It's like the human conditions here to suffer in the society that was made, and you're saluting the flag or whatever. All that stuff's made up. It's human psychology. We're talking about reality. You've got technology and things that can help us, certain things, but the truth is nature. You need to come to the truth in yourself. Not your own ego, but I'm saying your truth as a human being in nature. We make the buildings made of concrete, we make the buildings made of wooden doors or whatever the hell it is. We make these things and we look around us and we just take it for what it is. But the truth is, we are more, if we've got the ability to create cities like this and the internet and that we should have more senses to come back to the true things too, the nature, and understand. We're human beings. You believe in the spirits, you believe in the heaven, you believe in whatever, you might believe in God and aliens and whatever. Well, afterlives, you might believe in past lives. Well, how about all the generations before and your ancestors? Then what about now? What about you here now? Do you believe in that? What does belief mean? And do you value that? This is not just something you watch in a movie, it's actually, you're really in this, you know, and it's great. And from real people come great things. So we can make entertainment, we can make art. I like to create a lot of art and animation. In my free time I create so much art and animation, music, videos. I like to do that, write fictional stories and scripts, make some games, or make some videos, make some special effects videos, art, I make animation. I love to create, you know. Not just work out and then train to fight someone and like, what the fuck? Or getting how to impress people in the world to get more dough, more money. No, if I can survive, I can survive. I want to, you know, more's more, but sometimes more's less, especially if you waste time and energy for it. Or risk yourself, you know, risk your life. Risking my life means risking my survival, my ability to actually survive it, you know. To experience this great, wonderful thing called life. Okay, I'm going to finish my talk. It's a very long talk there. This morning I've actually done a full workout. Okay, this morning I've done a full workout. I do it every day from top to bottom, so I do a lot of stretching. I've actually finished. I've finished my workout. I do this every day. I do some stretching and stuff, so you can see I can't do the perfect splits, but I'm 37 years of age in this video, and I try and keep as flexible as I can, you know, things like that. I do a lot of the flexibility, working out and stuff, because my martial arts background, you know, so, you know, it keeps me flexible, you know. So you've seen me in certain videos doing certain training and stuff, you know, for my body to keep some strength and some flexibility, you know, for the stance work. And you'll see other videos of mine where I'm doing a lot of training like this, and training the body, you know, all kinds of things. You'll see me training on my punch bag as well, on my bag in the other room. You'll see me doing kinds of different training and stuff, you know. So as far as like just traditional martial arts as well, you'll also see me doing various training on the bag and stuff like that as well, you know. But in this video I'm just thinking to do like a few weights on my dumbbells, and we'll just stop this video. I'm just going to finish off by doing a few dumbbells. So I'm not the strongest person. I'm just going to do a few dumbbell reps. Okay. Clear that shit out of you, like they say, you know. You know, you sweat the salt out of you and you clear your nose of the mucus and that. You got to do it, you know. So I just do a few reps of these dumbbells, okay? But I'm not doing Arnold Schwarzenegger workouts and stuff like that in Stallone. Just do what I do a few of these. Let's go. Fairly good weight. They're not super light, but they're like, I've got discs I can attach, you know, like a range on here. So let's get it in. A few reps in. Okay. Okay, hold on. My foot. Okay, so it's not for show, it's just literally getting a bit of exercise on camera. I didn't film my whole workout this morning, as I say, so like for the channel. So what I'm going to do is I do keep it for my own reference sometimes, but what I'll do is I'll make another video, okay? Or I've got other videos that I can also upload, you know, previous workout videos and stuff from the past, like a couple of years. I've got other videos I can share with you guys, so you can see me doing a full body stretch and stuff like that if you'd like to see that, you know, and martial arts training videos, okay? There's other bag videos too, you'll see, you know, other bag videos of mine I'm putting out, like recent ones. Other martial arts workout full ones covering different techniques or sets of techniques too. Okay. So I'll try and do like reps of like 10 or 20, whatever it is, different ones of those, and I'll put them down and do more. But they're fairly good weight they are. Warming into it. Remember to loosen up and don't talk and control your breathing when you're doing any exercises, really. If you want to go running, go running. You want to do swimming, do that as well. You know? I can't swim myself. I'm not a fish either. So. Okay. Okay. We're not going to go over the top today, we're just doing a few reps, you know. Taking it easy. Well, not taking it easy, but by all means, you know, she's not taking it easy, but I'm going to do something, you know. I'll do more when I can. We'll do hammer curls now, straight ups. Go. Like that. So. Okay. Listen to your body. Listen to your body, you know. I keep having to screw these back on, like become a little bit loose as you're doing it sometimes, but it's all good, you know. So I'm doing that. I'm going to stop the video soon. I'm just doing a few of these. Yeah, some side ones. Okay, let's go. Go. Wow. A t-shirt. Don't overdo it, you know, just do what you can. Yeah, it's all gradually strengthening the body. Let's do a few more and we'll do some lifts above me and a few lifts and we'll be basically done with this. I'm not going to go too crazy today, as I say. Get that breathing as well. Yeah. I've been exercising all day, as I said, all morning. I've been doing some good working out, you know, this morning anyway, so I'm feeling really good. Yeah. Okay, so just loosen it up. Okay. But the goal is not to live up to other people's expectations. It's just literally doing what feels good for you, and developing your own strength and flexibility, and vice versa. Just some verticals again, vertical hammer curls. Yeah. You can do these alternating, as I say, alternating. But I'm just doing them together. I like to do them together to feel the strength in both arms. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one. 1, 2. Now you're just strengthening the body. I think what I'll do is I'll do a few more normal curls and we'll just finish. Getting the fidgets with my foot there, you see that? My ankle. You get fidgets, sometimes I get like a stiff shoulder and my right shoulder and my right foot. I've had that for like years. But off and on. But I'm okay. Just listen to your body, and get on with it basically. Good to do something and work with it and work the shit out of you, work the good stuff. Let's go. So, okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Okay. 11, 12. Hammers. 1, 8 more. 2, 3, 4. Oh man. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 2 of them. Get that power. Yeah, so I want to say thanks for watching. Train hard and stay safe, and you take care of yourself. Thank you for watching this video. Follow nature. Nature's the way.